Okay, so word example 9 is the only word example, right, where your solving method is different from every other question here. Okay, this is not a question where you keep adding the same number over and over again. Okay, so how do we understand this question? So from here, the first one we see one row of 2 dots. Okay, then the second one they say 2 rows of 3 dots. Okay, then the third one is 3 rows of 4 dots, and the last one is 4 rows of 5 dots. Okay, so as you can see, the pattern here is this: one row, n equals to 1. Alright, so the number of rows follows your n. Okay, one row, figure 1, figure 2, 2 rows, figure 3, 3 rows, figure 4, 4 rows. Okay, but the number of dots in the row is always one more than your n. So figure 1, 2 dots in a row, figure 2, 3 dots in a row, figure 3, 4 dots in a row, figure 4, 4 dots in a row. Okay, so when they say can you see a pattern, right, here the nth figure has n rows, okay, n rows of n plus 1 dots. Okay, so they ask you how many dots are there in figure 17, right? So to find the total number of dots, we need to take n multiplied by n plus 1, right? Okay, so when you look at it, this one is what? 1 times 2 dots. This is 2 times 3 dots. This is 3 times 4 dots. And this is 4 times 5 dots. Okay, so from here, part A, what you want to do is number of dots, right, in figure 17. So I'm going to write T117 is 17 times 17 plus 1. Okay, so 17 times 18, which would give me, what is my calculator? Okay, so I'm going to do 17 times 18. I get 306. Okay, then for part B, which figure has 870 dots? Show your working clearly. So again, we need to find n. Alright, so this is 870 equals to n times n plus 1. Okay, so from here, this question is really just exposure, right? You don't really need to be concerned about this kind of question because they won't come up for N level. Now this part, no choice, they leave us no choice but to use guess and check. Okay, so if 17 equals to 306, 800 will be a lot higher. So let us try maybe 21. Okay, so when n is 21, we will get 21 times 22, right? So 21 times 22, 46. Okay, so need to double the number. So let's try n equals to, let's say 39. So 39 times 40, 156. So it's over, right? Okay, so let's find somewhere in the middle. So let's say we say n equals to 30. We get 930. Okay, so we are close, right? So let's try n equals to 29. So 29 times 30, we get 870. So from here, we know our n equals to 29. Okay, but don't worry about questions like this. They don't come up for N level, right? Because this one is I don't know why the textbook publisher put in such a difficult question. Okay, so let's go on to the next one. Now this is more something that may come up for N level, right? Because you are always increasing by the same number. So a restaurant uses square tables where each of them can seat 4 customers with a chair on each side as shown in figure 1. Tables can be placed together to form a long rectangular table to handle larger groups of customers. So if you look at the first one, right, the first one is 4, right, then it increase by 2, increase by 2, increase by 2. Okay, so we want to find the number of tables, right? Now take note, your number of tables, right, is following your n. When n is 1, there's only one table. N equals to 2, 2 tables. N equals to 3, 3 tables. So again, the first thing, we need to find our general formula. Okay, so how do you go about doing it? Okay, very simple. Remember, we always start with the first term. There's 4. Let me plus, what is the number that it keeps increasing by? It's plus 2, plus 2, plus 2, right? So we take 2, multiply n minus 1. Okay, then we get 4 plus 2n minus 2, 2n plus 2. Okay, so once we have this, right, don't get confused. They're asking you how many tables are needed to find 18 customers, right? So this means Tn equals to 18, right? Because 18 is the number of customers, Tn is your number of customers. So 18 equals to 2n plus 2, right? So you minus 2, minus 2. 18 minus 2 equals to 2n, right? You get 16, 2n. So I get n equals to 16 divided by 2, 8. Okay, so how many tables do we need? We need 8 tables. 8 tables are needed. Okay, I'm going to write it over here. 8 tables are needed. Okay, so hopefully you are familiar with this topic and able to do it on your own.